Hi everyone, welcome to I Weigh's Glossary series. Today we're talking about gender identity. Gender identity is how you see yourself when it comes to gender and how you feel comfortable. And gender is how societies classify the bodies that we're born into. Traditionally, the term male was used to define a person who has both X and Y chromosomes. But today we know that that's not really the case. And gender is completely separate from the biology of our body. Similarly, female was traditionally used to define someone who has two X chromosomes, a vagina, and a uterus. But again, we know that's not true, and it's a complete construct. Non-binary refers to people who completely reject the binary, so they don't identify as man or woman. Gender neutral refers to being neutral on gender, so you might not refer to or identify with man or woman. Agender is someone who does not identify with gender. Androgynous is a term for people who might feel that their gender is somewhere between male or female. Transgender people are people who identify with a gender other than the one that they were incorrectly assigned at birth based on something as irrelevant as their genitalia. Mix is a title like Mr. or Mrs., except it's gender neutral, and it should be a more common option for people who don't identify as cisgender. Genderqueer is a term for people who don't identify as man or woman. It's an umbrella term for numerous non-binary or non-conforming gender identities. Gender fluid implies movement. It's for people who might feel more like one gender on one day and another on another day. Gender expression is the way you display your gender externally. It could be how you move, how you talk, how you dress. It's all about performing. Z and hair with an I are gender-neutral pronouns. They hold the same meaning as they or their. Gender dysphoria is when you feel stress or discomfort of some kind because your gender identity doesn't match the one you were incorrectly assigned based on biology at birth. Pangender is a non-binary gender that's defined as being more than one gender. A pangender person's identity encompasses the whole gender spectrum. Two-spirit is a term that originated in the indigenous North American culture, and it's used to describe people in their community who identify as third gender or gender variant. Third gender is a term for people who don't identify as man or woman, but as a whole other gender. This gender term is used by societies that recognize more than the gender binary, and it's conceptual, so it means different things depending on who's using it. Cisgender describes people who are comfortable with the gender that they were assigned at birth. Femme is an identity that leans towards societal notions of femininity. Femme can be an adjective, a verb, or a noun, and it has nothing to do with identifying as a woman, but it's more about a sense or feeling of femininity. Butch is a term that means your gender expression leans more towards societal notions of masculinity. Gender reassignment surgery is a procedure through which someone's physical appearance is altered to better match society's expectations of what it means to embody that gender. Transitioning is the process of changing your gender presentation or your sex characteristics. Transitioning could include gender reassignment surgery, but it doesn't have to involve any kind of medical treatment. Dead naming is when you call someone by the name they used before they transitioned. Don't do that. That was a lot of terms. For more resources on how you can better understand gender identity, head to iweighcommunity.com. Is the curl still intact? Okay, good.